Hey y'all. So we are back with Daniel chapter 6, the breakdown part 2. So Daniel 6 is a story of faithfulness and divine deliverance, where Daniel's integrity and consistent prayer life, even when faced with a decree forbidding worship, leads to his miraculous rescue from the lion's den, ultimately showcasing God's power and prompting King Darius to acknowledge the God of Daniel as the living, eternal God. Amen. Commentaries highlight themes of religious liberty, standing firm in faith under pressure, trusting God's providence, and how Daniel's life foreshadowed Christ's vindication. So, key themes and interpretation. Number one, integrity and faithfulness. Daniel's excellence, integrity, and faithfulness as a leader made him stand out, but also made him a target for envious officials. Number two, the decree and disobedience. The decree designed to trap Daniel was an unchangeable law of the Medes and Persians that forced a choice between obeying man and obeying God, which Daniel resolved by continuing his prayer routine, honoring God above life. Amen. King Darius's role. Darius was manipulated into signing a decree but showed sorrow and recognized Daniel's God, even hoping for a miraculous rescue, highlighting Daniel's witness. God's deliverance. God closed the lion's mouth, demonstrating his power and faithfulness to his servant. Period. Proving Daniel's innocence before his enemies and the king. The next one is spiritual significance. Daniel praying towards Jerusalem, even when the temple destroyed, is seen as pointing to a future hope in God's coming Messiah, Jesus, who ultimately vindicate believers. Darius's testimony. The king's final decree to fear and tremble before the God of Daniel, acknowledging him as the eternal sovereign God. My goodness gracious. It's something about that word sovereign and sovereignty that's just been real deep in my spirit lately. I got to break that one down. Even if Darius didn't become a fool. Hold on, let me see what this word says. A full monotheist. So, practical applications. Number one, trust in God's adversity. Don't compromise your faith when pressure mounts. Trust God's power to deliver. Serve God in your sphere. SPHERE. Be an excellent, faithful employee or leader, reflecting God's character in your daily work, just as Daniel did. Amen. Amen. Number three, religious freedom. The story underscores the importance of the right to worship freely. Hope in God's kingdom. Daniel's story inspires hope that God's kingdom is eternal and will ultimately prevail over earthly powers. Amen. Period. Yeah. No, just playing. That is all I have for the full breakdown of Daniel chapter 6, and I will see you guys later. Bye.